What's going on, guys? This is Vince with vshred.com, and in today's video I'm going to show you 3 dumbbell exercises that are super common that you need to stop doing and which exercises to do instead of them. All right, like I said, today's video is going to be about replacing a couple of exercises with some exercises that are better as far as targeting the specific muscle that you're going after, because there's nothing really wrong with the exercises that I'm going to be showing you, but there are better ways to go about it if you're really trying to get the most out of the exercise versus if you're just trying to do, let's say, a dumbbell workout, or you only have access to dumbbells or something. That's great. But today, I'm going to show you, if you have access to a full gym and specifically a cable machine, I'm going to show you how to replace these 3 dumbbell exercises with a cable alternative that's going to hit the muscle so much better and keep tension on it the entire time. Now, before I get into that, if you are looking to get in shape, I will say first thing you need to start with is understanding your body and knowing what you should be doing, how you should be training, how you should be dieting for your body. If you're not sure how, hit the link below this video and take my body type quiz. It's a free quiz and it'll tell you exactly what you need to be doing to get in shape. No more one size fits all nonsense that you see so much on social media nowadays. Figure out what's right for you and you can really start getting results. Now, let's get into these 3 exercises. So first up is going to be the dumbbell lateral raise. So it's just going to be a regular lateral raise. You see it done all the time. I like this exercise myself, but if you're really trying to maximize this exercise, there is a way to get it to target the delts better, because obviously when you're doing this exercise, you're trying to target that shoulder muscle, that deltoid muscle. Now, the issue with dumbbells, because free weights are great for so many different things, but the issue with them is that it's just purely gravity working against the dumbbells. So the dumbbells are always wanting to fall straight down. So when you're raising these dumbbells and you're doing lateral raises, yes, you're getting tension up here, especially because your arms are pretty much parallel to the ground and these dumbbells want to go straight down. But then when you're at the bottom, now your arms are pretty much perpendicular to the ground, and now I don't have any tension on my shoulders right now. So once you actually start getting into the exercise, once you actually start a rep, once you're already about a foot away from your body, that's when your shoulder actually starts getting worked. Your shoulder's not being worked right here. This is a rest. But once you get out here, it's being worked, and then up here, it's being worked a lot. So let's head over to the cable and I'll show you how to do it better. So getting over to the cable machine, I got the pulley all the way down to the bottom. I just got one handle on it, and we're gonna do lateral raises with the cable instead. Why? Well, you can use the same amount of weight and everything, but the difference here is that this is not just being pulled down by gravity. This is being pulled towards the pulley machine. So what you can do is simply step away from it a little bit, or not even, just stand in front of it. And right here, it's already pulling at a slight angle to my right. So it's actually pulling across my body, which just to hold this weight right here, just to hold the handle right here, I'm already working my shoulder. And so instead of it having to be out here and then from here to here it be working my shoulder, I can go throughout the full range of motion and work my shoulder the entire time versus just having probably about 75% of the actual raising movement to actually work my deltoid. So this allows me full range of motion and tension throughout the full range of motion, just because you're using a cable rather than a free weight. So I'll show you the second exercise now. All right, next up, we're gonna move into skull crushers. And I've done videos where I've used barbells for skull crushers, and I've even done dumbbells for skull crushers, but I do them in a very specific way to target my tricep a little better than just natural free weighted skull crushers with dumbbells. So here's what you normally see when you do skull crushers with dumbbells, and this could be with dumbbells or it could be with a barbell. You start right here, you bring these down, you go to about your forehead, that's why it's called a skull crusher, and you kick it back out. So you're bringing it down, kicking it back out. Okay, so it's gonna be the same thing here as the lateral raise. When I'm right here, my arms are just perpendicular to the ground. I'm not actually working my triceps because right now, these dumbbells want to go straight down. So, triceps not getting any work because you get work by flexing and extending your elbow. That's how your tricep works. Well, in order to get your tricep to actually start being activated, you have to actually go right there. You have to start the exercise. So you're not going to be getting, or I should say, the full range of motion with a free weighted skull crusher is actually going to be a lot shorter than it needs to be. So rather than being able to go all the way down and all the way back up, I actually would have to stop right here. So I'd have to go down to here and back up to just there if I want to keep tension on the tricep, which this doesn't allow me to squeeze out and get that peak contraction. But instead of doing it with dumbbells, if you really want to maximize this exercise, let's step over to the cable and I'll show you how to do it there. So obviously I'm down on a bench. I got the easy bar. This is just going to be the handle that I'm using. You don't necessarily have to use this handle. You can use a straight bar. You could even use the rope. You could use 2 handles, whatever is most comfortable for you or helps you feel the squeeze better. The main emphasis here is just what the cable is going to allow your triceps to really feel and how it's going to help you activate the muscles better, because you're going to be able to maintain tension throughout the entire exercise because of how the pulley is pulling back on you. So this is not weight in my hand that's just trying to come down. It's actually back behind me at an angle. So even if I held it right here, my triceps are being activated right now as we speak with my arms straight up and down to the ground. So I could not even come close to holding this for a couple minutes. Yeah, it's not too bad right now because I'm using lightweight so I can talk to you. But if it wasn't light and I was doing repetitions over and over and over and over, this is just 100% tension throughout the entire exercise versus it being tension from about right there to there and back up to there. Now I can get that full contraction. I can get that top squeeze of the muscle, which is super important if you want those deep cuts of your tricep. So going all the way down and being able to press it all the way up and get that squeeze at the top is going to be huge for tricep activation and really for tricep growth. So next time you go to do some skull crushers, ditch the dumbbells, ditch the barbells, and pick up a cable or pick up an attachment like this and get your bench up next to the cable, and I bet you feel it a lot better in your triceps. But now, let's get into the third one. All right, and the third exercise that I'm gonna walk you through are dumbbell flies, because obviously flies are a great exercise for building up your chest, one of the best. But when you do them with dumbbells, it's just so hard to get the right kind of activation because you don't have tension throughout the entire movement. When you go down to do a dumbbell fly, right here, which is where I'm supposed to be getting that squeeze of my pecs, this is when my elbows are going to be the closest together, which is where the muscle is going to be shortened the most. Right here, I have no tension on my pecs. And yes, I could squeeze my pecs really hard and it would create that mind muscle connection if I was going through the exercise. But at the top, I don't have anything working against my chest. Gravity right now wants to drop this dumbbell straight down on my body. When it's out here, now there's a little bit of tension on my chest, but there's still not much. It isn't until it's all the way out here that I really get the maximum amount of tension. So yes, I'm getting great tension when these dumbbells are out wide, but the closer I bring them together, the easier and easier it gets. So it becomes extremely difficult to actually get a good set because you only have a good amount of tension when it's all the way out to the side. So let's kick these dumbbells. Head on over to I got a bench set up in between these two cables right here. And this is possibly my favorite chest exercise. I usually like to do it with an incline after I do like flat dumbbell presses or bench press or something. But this is possibly, like I said, my favorite chest exercise because you're getting all of the effects of a chest fly, but you have tension throughout the entire exercise. So rather than having this at the top and now you were resting the dumbbell at the top before because the weight just wanted to drop forward, these handles are actually being pulled outward. This weight is pulling your hands from an angle. So right here, I'm actually squeezing my chest. And yes, the weight is low because I want to be able to speak while I'm doing this. But if this was heavy, holding it right here would not be easy, let alone something I could do for a very long time because it doesn't have any kind of tension on my chest. Right here, there's tension. All the way out here, there's a lot of tension. So there's a lot of tension throughout the entire exercise, allowing you to go throughout the entire range of motion while having tension on your pecs. So rather than having dumbbells and free weights where it's only going to be gravity that allows you to work your pecs at the bottom, you can have cables pulling your chest at an outward angle, which is going to allow you to have tension throughout the entire exercise. So next time that you're going to do any of these 3 exercises, drop the dumbbells, drop the barbell, head over to the cable, have tension throughout the entire exercise. And by having tension throughout the entire exercise, you're going to stimulate your muscle fibers so much better, and you're going to be able to get the results that you're looking for faster because you're not cheating these 1-second rests in between each set when you're just holding that dumbbell at the top. So try this out. Let me know how you're liking it. If you guys are looking for any more videos like this, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. That way you can watch all the future videos, and make sure you're getting notifications as well. Hit that little bell next to it so that you get notified when I post new videos, because I got content coming out all the time. Make sure you're checking the community tab as well. I'm starting to post there. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.